John C. Hinch Production Art Studios in Peoria, Illinois, VideoMax Limited presents Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Andrew Darling and Becca Winnie. News with Ashley Edlin and Cody Brutlag. And your Midstate reporting team. Sports with Drew Tate. On the Beat with Elizabeth Scoville. About Town with Gabrielle Balzel. Get Real with Emily Hart. Let's Eat with Kate Hall. About Crew with Tara Jabari. Cooking for Two with Emily Hart and Cody Brutlag. And State of the Arts with Simone Buckner. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine starts right now.
Hey, welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Andrew Darling.
And I'm Becca Winning.
And in case you didn't notice, I'm back.
Welcome back. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
How did Saving the World go?
Oh, it was good. Did you hear that story about the couple of kids that were in a burning building? You know, did you hear about that?
Yes.
And they were rescued by a mysterious stranger? Yeah, well, I was watching that on TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I was. Sorry, I was.
Thanks for
saving
saving the
cool
world.
Story.
You did a great job.
Saving the world to one person isn't saving the world as another person. But hey, lots of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like, what about that earthquake in Chile?
Yeah, another devastating earthquake and another event here in our history. And I feel bad because there's so much relief effort going to Haiti that at the same time there's not always a ton going to Chile.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's earthquakes everywhere. I mean, this wouldn't have happened if my congressman actually paid attention to all my letters. I write them every month, and I have this idea that everyone needs to have a helicopter. They need to have a helipad and a helicopter in their backyard. Now, look, listen. Now, when an earthquake hits in the United States, which it will, we all get in our helicopters and we fly to safety. It's simple.
That's simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just their own helicopter. And, you know, you can see, a helipad in everyone's backyard, and my helicopter would probably be red, white, and blue. I'm a patriot.
Yes, absolutely.
What color would your helicopter be?
I really
We'll get back to that.
About it.
But Becca, what time is it?
It's
you don't know.
past the news.
It's half past the news.
And I'm Cody Brutlag. A couple of Pekin businesses are being turned into a school and a playground. Good Shepherd Lutheran School has already torn down the Steak and Shake on Court Street to make room for a new playground. A local furniture store is also being renovated into an elementary school. The school purchased the restaurant and the furniture store last June. The school construction will be complete by the end of April and open for classes this coming fall.
The Peoria Anti-Hunger Coalition is kicking off its 2010 Can-a-thon. Non-perishable items can be dropped off at a local area Kroger supermarkets. Kroger will also offer prepackaged bags that you can donate. They can be bought for $5 to $10, and drop boxes will be in place until the Can-a-thon ends on April 19th.
IHOP and the Children's Miracle Network teamed together to turn pancakes into profit. Midstate Magazine's Ashley Edlin has more.
Local IHOP, today is no ordinary day. National Pancake Day might not sound like it calls for a celebration, but for the Children's Hospital of Illinois, coming in for a simple stack of flapjacks has made all the difference. One local manager is no stranger to the cause and has prepped his team for the big day for what is now the third year in a row.
We raised about $3,500 last year, and we're trying to beat that this year.
Throughout the day, each customer was given a free stack of pancakes, but they also had the option of giving back to the hospital.
Customers get to buy balloons. There's certain balloons, one that costs $1, one that costs $5, and one that costs $100. But no one is stuck to these numbers. They can donate as much as they feel like they want to donate.
At the end of the day, 100% of the proceeds go to the Children's Miracle Network, and no one knows that better than Shauna Skoronsky, Children's Miracle Network coordinator at the Children's Hospital of Illinois.
Want to donate $1? If that's all you have, you can come in, have your stack of pancakes, and donate $1, and that whole dollar will come to us. IHOP doesn't take anything out for ingredients or any products. They don't take any money out. They just donate all the proceeds from the pancakes to us.
But the IHOP events stretch much further than just Peoria's backyard. In fact, 1,400 stores participated nationwide. But locally, the news came to some BU students through word of mouth.
So we were talking about that in my class this morning. We were like, let's go get free pancakes, and then we got here and they said that it was donating towards a good cause, and I just thought that was really cool how they were giving back.
Town Peoria Street is one step closer to getting a makeover. Washington Street will be renovated between Interstate 74 and 474. Peoria Public Works Director Dave Barber says the goal is to make the street more pedestrian friendly with wider sidewalks and fewer lanes of traffic. An engineering study will be done for the Illinois Department of Transportation before state and federal funds can be requested for the project. Currently, improvements are estimated at $41 million.
Many events in the Peoria area have focused on the energy crisis and seeking renewable sources. Midstate Magazine's Becca Winning has more on this issue.
Drive south from Peoria on I-155 and you may have noticed a wind farm. Wind turbines are gaining popularity in Illinois. To educate members of our society, the Illinois Wind Working Group hosted a conference right here at the Civic Center.
We're looking at county boards that are responsible for permitting of wind farms in their area. We're trying to cover all the issues that would come up with siting a wind farm in a particular location.
Controversy over wind turbines stem mainly from aesthetics and a small decrease in the flying animal population. At the same time, these quiet beasts provide a diversification of energy sources, jobs, tax revenue without adding to the population, and of course, renewable energy meaning less pollution.
50% of our electricity comes from nuclear power, and about 50% comes from coal. There's a little sliver that comes from natural gas, and a little sliver that comes from renewable energy right now. We have a public policy that said we're going to have 25% of our electricity will be generated by renewable resources by the year 2025.
So keep an eye out for an increase in wind turbines. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Becca Winning.
Thanks, Becca. Though the U.S. Department of Transportation will furlough nearly 2,000 employees, that won't impact Interstate 55's construction in Central Illinois.
The $26 million project will replace pavement, add a third lane, as well as new highway lighting on the I-55 between Interstate 39 and Veterans Parkway, just north of Normal.
U.S. Business 55 will also be widened. The bridge over Linden Street will be renovated first.
According to IDOT officials, the Chicago-based contractor working on the project has postponed construction due to weather.
Linden Street construction should be done by the summer.
Completion of the entire highway project is set for November 2011. And now let's check out what's going on in sports with Drew. Drew?
Hello, sports fans. I'm Drew Tate with your updates in sports. Bradley University basketball guards Sam Maniscalco and Andrew Warren earned recognition from the Missouri Valley Conference. Maniscalco was named to the All-MVC second team, and Warren earned an honorable mention status. The postseason honors are the first for the Bradley Guards. Maniscalco was a member of the Valley's all-freshman and all-newcomer teams in 2008, the same season where Warren was voted to the league's most improved team. And senior Bradley University softball player Megan O'Malley started as a walk-on her sophomore year and is now captain of the team. Katie Sullivan speaks with her now.
Thanks, Drew. And thank you, Megan, for being with us today. As a walk-on, what did you find to be your biggest challenge when joining the team?
I'd have to say, as a walk-on, you have to earn the respect of the players who are already recruited. They come in supposed to be good, and anyone who's a walk-on, you just kind of look at them, well, why weren't you recruited before? Why aren't you already playing? Well, I mean, everyone has their own reasons, and my biggest challenge was to prove that people can do it. Just because you're not recruited doesn't mean you can't play.
And you're the team captain, so what are your responsibilities?
I think my responsibilities change from day to day. Especially in team sports, softball, we have a team of 20 girls right now, and each of the 20 girls are different. They all have their own personalities and different ways that motivate them. And as a captain, you have to learn those, whether they tell you or not. You just kind of have to observe.
As a graduating senior, when you look back on your experiences with the team, what do you feel is your most memorable moment?
Well, I think playing Bradley softball is memorable in itself, but the most memorable experience would have to be winning the Missouri Valley Conference tournament last spring. We went on a 7-game losing streak in the middle of the season, and we ended up going on an 11-game winning streak. Went to the tournament, beat the top teams, went into the NCAA Division I tournament, beat DePaul, and then we got kicked out, but we still made history.
What is your future in softball?
I think playing softball has molded me my entire life, but I'm ready for a new journey.
Well, thank you so much for being with us here today.
You're welcome.
And back to you, Drew.
Thanks, Katie. After becoming the first freshman in the history of IHSA swimming to win 2 individual titles, Richwood High School junior Matt Elliott has done it again. He left the Illinois State swimming finals at Evanston High School as a state record holder and 5-time state champion. Elliott demolished his own state record by capturing the 100-yard breaststroke, clocking in at 54.74 seconds. The junior qualified for the Olympic trials in 2008, but he did not make the team. And that's all for sports. Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Drew. Arizona authorities say a family dog saved the life of a 3-year-old girl. Victoria Benish was playing outside with her dog when the two wandered off. They spent the night outside in 30-degree weather. An overhead helicopter spotted the pair about a mile from their home. Authorities say the dog stayed by her side and kept the little girl warm. The child was taken to Phoenix's Children's Hospital, where she was treated for frostbite.
That's all for the news. I'm Cody Brutlog.
And I'm Ashley Edlin.
And I'm Drew Tate. Be sure to join us next week.
Thank you, Ashley and Cody.
Yeah, that was good. There's a lot of improvement stuff going on around here.
I did notice that.
Yeah, they're going to clean up Washington Street and some highways and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good to have that extra boost because there'll be more possibly economic opportunities, more jobs, and I mean the weather's getting a lot better, so that's the time of year. Construction's getting ready to happen again.
And those wind farms are really cool looking. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh, they're eyesores, but I think that they're cool. And I think it's nice to stop depending on coal so much, and anthracite. That's the scientific name for some type of coal.
Wow, you're very smart. Very
I am very educated in this matter. And if I had a wind farm in my backyard, I would name it Old Windy.
Old Windy? Why would you name it Old Windy?
Well, probably because it's a wind farm. Just guessing. But it would generate enough power to power my house, maybe.
That would be nice.
You think one wind farm would power my house?
I bet it could.
Even with one really big TV and lights everywhere and my George Foreman grill and all that?
Of course. Of course.
I might need to.
I'll have to come over when you get that house.
Yeah, and of course my wind farm would also be red, white, and blue to match my helicopter in my backyard.
Right.
We don't want to touch the blades though.
Right. You have to be careful that you don't run into the wind turbines either.
Yeah, I also think that, those are all good things. So, coming up next is a review that will make you shudder.
Today's movie and review will be Paramount Pictures' newly released film, Shutter Island. If you love Martin Scorsese films and being scared, then you will love his new release.
Give you a briefing about the institution? All I know is it's a mental hospital for the criminally insane.
We take only the most dangerous, damaged patients, ones no other hospital can manage.
U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his partner go to Shutter Island where there's an escaped prisoner. Soon, we find out that he has another agenda, to find a man who murdered his wife and was sent to Shutter Island. While at prison, the two marshals find out that it may be hiding a few dreadful secrets. Martin Scorsese says that the genre is what attracted him to this movie.
The nature of the genre. This picture seems to have its roots in a number of genres, and primarily, I guess, what you would call the psychological thriller, with touches of a gothic horror or implications of gothic horror.
Shutter Island also has a rich and detailed plotline with twists and turns in the movie that are unexpected. The gloomy atmosphere of Shutter Island will give rise to the hairs on the back of your neck. There's a fantastic use of lighting with contrast between dark, light, and the use of shadows. However, I feel Shutter Island as a book written by Dennis Lehane
painted a more mysterious and suspenseful tone. But Scorsese does a good job of recreating this exciting book. Overall, I give this Shutter Island 3 out of 5 stars. For Get Real, I'm Emily Hart.
Thanks, Emily. Man, I really do like thrillers. I think I'm gonna have to find out where that's playing and go see it.
I very much look forward to seeing it. Maybe I'll see it in theaters, maybe I'll see it at home. You know, I'm a big fan of Scorsese. Or is it Scorsese? Scorsese? Scorsasso. What could it be? I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
It's probably something along those lines. Everyone says Scorsese, though, and I think that sounds cool. I'm a big fan of his earlier films, or maybe his earliest, or maybe his first. I don't know. Taxi Driver. And it had Robert De Niro, and he's like, "You looking at me?" He does that cool thing with the gun. That's really cool. I like that.
You should be in his next film.
I could. I'm a perfect candidate. I mean, I'm a little bit crazy.
Actor.
I should have been in this film. I've been to the criminally insane house. I just visited, though. You know, got some family in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
So it runs in the family then?
Maybe, but it's Scorsese, tomato, potato, to each his own, eat your vegetables. That's what I got. That's my advice.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe we should find some time. We can go see the movie together.
We could make our own fan film too. You know, with my sweet analog VCR camera I have in the back. The battery doesn't work anymore, but it uses these gigantic VCR tapes. You know, I took it to Disneyland when I was 4. Good home movie. Good home movie.
Oh.
Okay. Well, at any rate, one of my favorite things to eat for dinner is breakfast. So have the most important meal of the day at the end of the day with Cody and Emily.
Hello, and welcome to Cooking for Two. I'm Cody Brulog.
And I'm Emily Hart.
So it looks like this week we've got breakfast foods, perhaps?
That would be correct. We're gonna make some stuffed French toast with cream cheese in the middle.
I love that.
And we're gonna have some strawberry syrup on top. Then we're gonna have some crispy, goldenly hash browns we're gonna fry up. And of course bacon, and then a little bit of orange juice.
So what's the first step in the French toast?
Well, first you have to make the mixture that the bread is dipped in. So that consists of eggs, milk, and vanilla. So you want to put your eggs in the bowl, and then you want to stir them up so they're whipped. Add about a cup of milk. So you can add as much cream cheese or as little as you want. It's to taste. If you like more, go ahead and put as much as you want. It's breakfast, it's good. You want to take your mixture and you want to soak the bread with the mixture. Our first piece is cooking. We're gonna make the hash browns. And for that, we're gonna put some oil into the bottom of the pan. And once it starts to simmer, we're gonna put the hash browns in, and then it will cook nicely, and we'll flip them and we'll get that goldenly crisp on top. All right, well, Cody's going to continue making our hash browns, and I'm gonna fry up some delicious bacon. Everyone has different bacon preferences. Some people like it less crispy, some people like it really, really crispy. It just depends on what you enjoy. So we're gonna make some strawberry syrupy jam, and it includes just some strawberry preserves and then just a little bit of orange juice, and we're gonna heat up on the stove, and it'll go nicely on top of our pieces of delicious French toast.
So we've been munching on this for a little bit now, and I must say that it's awesome.
Yeah, this stuffed French toast turned out deliciously, and despite our challenges with the discoloration of the hash browns, they still taste good. They taste like hash browns, so I think it's a win today.
I think this was an excellent choice. Thanks again, folks, for joining us. I'm Cody Brutlog.
And I'm Emily Hart.
And this was Cooking for Two. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Cody and Emily, and I agree that was a really good choice. I love my breakfast food.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
I agree.
I know I already said that, but it's really important that I mention it twice. I had pancakes for dinner. Last night I had pancakes. They were delicious, except this last one. I made it, I flipped it, and it kind of turned into a monster mutant pancake, and like the insides were like uncooked still, so like I couldn't eat it. But it was, I was trying to make my pancakes as big as possible.
I actually like my pancakes on the less done side, but when you were a kid, did your family ever make Mickey Mouse pancakes?
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Not ridiculous. I loved it. I would wake up and my dad and I would make pancakes that were in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
I tried to make my pancakes in the shapes of double helixes so that I could learn about science while I'm having my breakfast. Now, my pancakes never tasted good because they're always weird looking, and I kind of burnt them a little bit. but the shapes were sort of close to what I was going for.
Sort of close.
Yeah, and about bacon, you like your bacon like, you know, burnt or like kind of squealing still, or like what do you like?
Squealing still?
Well,
generally a little bit more crispy.
Well, my family, if there's no threat of trichinosis, the bacon isn't good. Now, me, myself, I like my food cooked. That's just me. I know I'm weird, but that's my thing.
Oh yeah, I like my food cooked too. I mean, especially if it's meat.
And I'm a bit of a French toast genius. If I had a title, it would be French Toast Genius, because I'm good at making French toast. Remember that.
My thing is, I think muffins.
Muffins.
I like my muffins.
Okay. Well, make sure you turn up the volume for this next segment. On the Beat is talking about Alkaline Trio.
Alkaline Trio is back again. The punk rock threesome released their 7th album titled This Addiction on February 23rd. This Addiction is meant to be a return to roots, if you will. It's full of the same punkish chants and upbeat rhythms you'd remember from earlier albums, giving it a really vintage feel. Many of the lyrics are dark and intend to be bitter and apathetic. And although this won't alienate all the listeners, the lyrics also sound a bit recycled, which some may find insincere. If you're a fan of Alkaline Trio's last album, Agony and Irony, you probably won't get what you were hoping for. But if you've been a follower from the early days, you might get a pleasant dose of nostalgia. All in all, it is the 7th album from a very seasoned group of musicians, so it's worth checking out. And more importantly, Alkaline Trio is still touring and has dates posted on MySpace through early April. They play songs from all of their albums, not just the new ones, and they still put on a fantastic show. So get tickets while you can. For On the Beat, I'm Elizabeth Scoville.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I have to say, I'm not entirely sure about this album for once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like the idea of lyrics that aren't very uplifting or encouraging.
Well, I like Alkaline Trio. I mean, the first time I ever heard them, I was playing like the Tony Hawk Pro Skater video games, and it's a good music to skateboard to in real life. I mean, I like it. It's good.
It's true.
Falling down in the dirt, cutting your knee up. Good songs, good songs.
So that's what it is?
Well, no, it's not about that. I mean, the lyrics aren't important. It's all about doing what you love while you listen to music that you like.
Right. I agreed. I like the beat. There was a good beat, and it sounded like the musicians had a really good rhythm going together, but the lyrics, I don't know, doesn't intrigue me at all.
Well, maybe try skateboarding while you listen to them.
That might be a hazard for me.
Maybe do a kickflip to 50-50 and then do a 360 varial McTwist off the ramp, and then you could do, you know.
I actually broke my wrist rollerblading last semester.
Oh,
so
that's pathetic.
So maybe I shouldn't jump into the whole skateboarding thing.
Maybe you shouldn't. I mean, my father's the same way. We go rollerblading sometimes, you know, at like the rollerblading rinks, and if there's like a little dusty spot on the floor, he'll fall down. But you know, I'm pretty awesome, so I don't ever fall down.
Of course, you're awesome. You save the world. You're invincible.
And I'm a French toast genius. Remember that. But it looks like Joe Catrone is Bach for another SOA.
Good evening and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm your host, Simone Buckner. Tonight we have a musician who has made previous appearances on this show. He's a man of many talents and he will be doing something new for us. Joe, thanks for being here.
No problem, always a pleasure.
So you've played an array of music, including rock and classical. How do they differ?
Well, I think classical is definitely a little more formulaic. You're following a definitive pattern that you really shouldn't break from, and I guess rock and other forms are more improvisational and more for you, almost.
So what will you be playing for us tonight?
Today I'll be playing one of Bach's Courants from his BMV 1009, and if that means anything to you. But it's just a very pretty song.
All right, can't wait to hear it.